Let's just dive right into this explainer, shall we? Today, we're looking at why the absolute classic, the spinach and banana green smoothie, is pretty much a nutritional home run for anyone kickstarting a wellness journey. If you've even thought about blending up greens, you've probably started right here. Our source material today breaks down the exact science, the technique, and the little culinary secrets behind this incredibly popular drink. In fact, our source material brilliantly dubs this blend the undisputed monarch of the green smoothie universe. Sounds intense, right? But why is this specific combo such an enduring classic? Well, it essentially acts as the ultimate gateway smoothie. It's a literal masterclass in culinary balance and approachability. It's super accessible, it's delicious, and it takes all the intimidation completely out of drinking your greens.
Section 1, Unlocking the Nutritional Magic. Let's look at exactly why this blend is basically liquid gold.
People see this vibrant, bright green drink and, let's be honest, they sometimes feel a little skeptical. But when you look at the breakdown, it's a completely perfect partnership. On one hand, the spinach brings the heavy-hitting powerhouse nutrients. We're talking vitamin K for bone health, vitamin A for your skin and vision, plus iron, folate, and crucial antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin that actually protect your eyes. Oh, and it packs natural nitrates to support cardiovascular function. All of that without overpowering your taste buds. Then, on the other hand, the frozen banana steps in to completely neutralize any earthy bitterness. It delivers essential potassium for fluid balance and muscle contractions, plus resistant starch, which is just a fantastic prebiotic food for your gut microbiome. Top it off with natural sweetness and a perfectly creamy texture, and you've got a match made in heaven.
Moving on to Section 2, Busting Green Smoothie Fears. Even with great ingredients, things can definitely go sideways if you don't know the mechanics of blending. The number one question, and let's be real, the biggest fear is always, is this going to taste like a salad? If your smoothie tastes like you're literally drinking a lawnmower bag, you're definitely falling into a classic beginner pitfall. But don't worry, the fix is actually incredibly simple. The source points out that the real trick is simply using the right greens. You absolutely want to use baby spinach. Why? Because it's naturally sweet and incredibly mild, especially when it's blended up. If you try throwing bitter, mature kale into your blender on day one, you're going to get that harsh salad flavor. You also need to make sure you're balancing those greens with enough natural fruit sweetness and just a touch of healthy fats to round out the flavor profile. That's how you make it taste like a treat and not a chore. Okay, fear number 2, the dreaded brown separation. You know the drill. You blend up this beautiful, vibrant green drink at 8 a.m., but then why does it turn into a watery, separated, weird brown sludge by 11 a.m.? Well, it turns out this happens when you let the smoothie sit too long without an acidic element to protect it, or honestly, when you just don't use frozen fruit. The source offers a surprisingly simple pro tip for this. Just add a squeeze of fresh lemon or lime juice. Seriously, it changes absolutely everything. It doesn't just immensely brighten up the flavor profile, it actually acts as a natural antioxidant. Think of it like a shield that prevents the banana from oxidizing, keeping your smoothie bright green and perfectly fresh, even if you don't drink the whole thing right away. All right, Section 3, the foolproof base recipe.
Now that we've solved those major fears and we understand the nutritional magic at play, let's actually build the ultimate, foolproof spinach and banana green smoothie. The source outlines 4 exact steps for a guaranteed perfect result. Step 1, start with your liquid base. Go for a clean, unsweetened plant milk like almond milk or light coconut milk, or hey, even coconut water if you're looking for extra hydration. Step 2 is your greens. Pack in 2 generous handfuls of organic baby spinach. Step 3 is absolutely vital, your frozen element. Use 2 frozen bananas broken into chunks. Breaking them into frozen chunks is the absolute secret to achieving that thick, soft-serve ice cream texture every single time. And finally, step 4, your nutritional boosters. This is where you toss in a tablespoon of chia or flax seeds for those omega-3s, and some extra thickening, maybe a small piece of fresh ginger, or that all-important squeeze of lemon for a really bright wake-up kick.
Which brings us to Section 4, Elevated Smoothie Variations. Let's look at 2 masterpiece recipes.
Once you've mastered that foolproof base, you can really start getting creative. The source introduces this first variation called the Minty Green Refresh, and it completely proves that greens can be an absolute joy to drink. By adding just a couple of specific ingredients to our base, we create this cooling, invigorating flavor that just instantly revitalizes you. Honestly, it tastes exactly like a vibrant, healthy mint chip spa drink.
So you start with your 2 handfuls of baby spinach and 2 frozen bananas, but then you add 4 to 5 fresh mint leaves. The mint is just incredible for soothing your digestion, and it cuts through with this really bright, cooling flavor.
Toss in 1 tablespoon of hemp hearts for a solid punch of clean protein, and use unsweetened almond milk as your liquid. Then you literally just blend it on high until it becomes this silky emerald green. It is hands down the perfect refreshing start to a warm morning. Now, before we head our second elevated recipe, let's quickly define a real powerhouse ingredient we're going to use: spirulina. Basically, spirulina is a nutrient-dense, organic algae powder. It takes your smoothie's vitality to the absolute next level by providing an extra boost of plant minerals and incredibly vibrant green chlorophyll. And the result, you get the sustained, jitter-free energy all morning long. Which perfectly tees up variation number 2, the spirulina green power smoothie. If the first variation was your refreshing spa drink, this one leans heavily into deep hydration and a creamy tropical brightness. It's totally perfect for post-workout recovery or just a really hot morning. The way this nutrient-dense mix comes together is just brilliant. We keep our 2 handfuls of baby spinach, but this time, actually scratch that second banana. We just use 1 frozen banana and swap the other out for a half cup of frozen pineapple chunks. That brings in this amazing tropical sweetness and brightness. Then we add just a tiny 1/4 teaspoon of that organic spirulina powder we just talked about and use coconut water as a liquid base. This specific combo naturally sweetens the drink while deeply hydrating your body on a cellular level all morning long. It is, without a doubt, an absolute masterpiece of a green smoothie. So as we wrap up this explainer, the big takeaway here is crystal clear. Nourishing your body with these vibrant, chlorophyll-rich greens is quite simply one of the kindest things you can do for your overall health. It doesn't have to be intimidating, and it absolutely shouldn't taste like a bitter salad. So take the plunge. As the source says, don't be afraid of the color, embrace the vitality. The only real question left is, which of these brilliant variations are you going to use to transform your wellness routine tomorrow?